Welcome to another episode of ROAM Overlanding, and today we have a really exciting announcement because I am standing in front of our very own workshop. First time in ROAM Overlanding history, we have our own workshop. Now this is not an adventure I am doing on my own. I have teamed up with, you guessed it, Nicky and Andrew Van Rooyen, the father-son mechanical duo, and ROAM Overlanding are uniting to create the ROAM workshop. As you can see, the 100 series is here. Nicky's dad's 105 is here. Nicky is inside working on a customer's vehicle. We have a very top secret project, all our changes to the Hilux, which is also in the workshop there, so I can't show you that just yet. But I'm actually busy waiting for parts to arrive from our friends at Tray Canopy for our next vehicle build. And this is all again in preparation for our trip to Botswana in now 2 weeks time from filming this episode. So it's happening pretty quick. This is obviously the main entrance where the vehicles get loaded in. We've got some good ceiling height here, so even vehicles with rooftop tents and campers and stuff can fit. And here's our little reception area. We've got our little kitchenette, very small, very simple. Little guest loo. In here, this is going to be a sort of clean workshop. At the moment, it's whatever you can call this. We're going to put some counters in here and cupboards and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be really nice. Get Nicky a really nice workstation in here as well. And that's got easy access to the fitment bays and stuff, so for job cards and all that stuff. If we go upstairs, this turns into my domain a little bit more. So this is where basically we're going to have the waiting room for our clients. I'm going to put a couch in here and a nice table, get a nice Tracks for Africa map up on the wall, get some beautiful pictures of our adventures up on the wall, coffee station or something here maybe, and then the customers can look down at their vehicles from up here while they're waiting for the last few things to get done, which is really cool. Nice natural light. And then this will be my office in here. Put a desk and chair and stuff. I can edit my videos from here. As you can imagine, this is a really exciting and really scary project at the same time. This is like well out of our scope for the type of builds that we've done before. We are now building a workshop. So if there are any companies out there who want to show off some of their amazing equipment and think it would suit our workshop, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd really appreciate any additional support. We're building everything from the ground up, all on our own. Being structured off of a YouTube channel, this is going to be real tough. But I think with all of your support from the community, for people who want us to help them with their vehicles, to work on their vehicles, I think it's going to be fantastic to be able to get involved with helping you build your vehicle, maintain your vehicles, plan your trips, do all of that stuff. And I hope to see many of you come through and visit us at the workshop so we can work on your vehicles. It's not the biggest workshop in the world, but we're going to do some good, honest work from here. Nicky's busy working on a customer's vehicle. Andy's busy working on the Hilux. We're making some interesting changes to the Hilux, so I can't actually show you that right now. But we are needing to get a steering rack in that vehicle as well before we go on our trip. It's been a bit shaky on the road. So we were going to do the bushes, but instead we've decided to go for just the full rack. And you're going to see plenty of our workshop as the time goes on. There's Andrew. Hello, Andrew. We're going to be having to kit it out. It is basic at the moment, but we needed to get our own space so we can start working on our projects and helping our viewers of our show build their vehicles. This is a very exciting new chapter for us, and we are all very excited to get in on it. Once Nicky's done here on this vehicle, we'll take some time to sit down and chat about our plans. Parabolic suspension, steering rack. This is so weird, getting all the stuff delivered to us and doing all the work in our own workshop. It's pretty exciting. This is a pretty cool new change. But now it means we got some work to do. So I have been busy working on getting this process moved ahead on the Hilux. I have stripped everything out. It is a sad shell of its former self, but it's not all sad stories. We are moving on to a new, exciting project, which is one that I've actually wanted to do for a really long time. And the timing is now perfect. So we're going to pull the vehicle into the workshop and we are going to take off the tray and put back the tub. Goes. How about Tray? I miss you.
All right, take two.
Take two. It's pretty terrifying knowing that we are now almost a month until we leave, and this is how the vehicle looks. That is pretty scary. It's okay. Luckily, it's just a camera car. Oh no! What are we gonna do? There it is, Theo. Now we gotta do some real work. It is a busy Monday morning at Bushtech, and today we are fitting a new canopy. So we've got to install all the brackets, we've got to install the frame, the mounting system, and the whole support system on here. And then we can look at actually putting the canopy on and eventually putting the creme de la creme on top, the tent. I can't wait to see this thing come together so I can start wrapping my mind around how I'm going to kit this vehicle out. So, stay tuned. So it begins. A little home on wheels. The bush cabin is almost installed. Nice.
Right?
Storage. This is rollable now and zip upable.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's nice. I like
Nice.
it. I like the color.
Very nice.
Single light, and then there's the switch. And we've done, okay, so this goes up this way. So that's an on-off switch, and then your plugs are on the side, so that if your mattress base comes down, or you've got your blankets and stuff in, yeah, no, it doesn't chop
Yeah, your cables and
your cables and that.
Nice. That's so cool.
Open the door. Okay.
Finally starting to take shape. We are finishing up our last day on the camper. Robbie's just helping install some solar panels on the camper. And now it's going to be time to drive all the way back to Cape Town and go and visit our brand new ROAM workshop. It's going to be the first ROAM project in the workshop, so that's very exciting. I've got to do the 12-volt system. We've got all the latest products from Redarc to put in there. The frames and everything that we've worked on here at Bushtech, they're going to get powder coated and sent down to us there so we can fit everything. And I am so excited to see this vehicle turn into a camper. We've not done this properly on ROAM Overlanding before, so it's a first time. It's very exciting, and I'm sure the camera crew on our upcoming trip are going to absolutely love it. We are back at the workshop, another day, another $1. Parts for the 47. We've got a parabolic suspension going in, we've got a service kit, we've got all the little bits and bobs, some bushes and everything. So we're actually gonna have a pretty good time. We're looking pretty good for the trip so far. The next things we need to do is we need to go get the new tires for the 47 for the 100. So we'll maybe pop through there in a few days time, go and take both the vehicles and go and put on our general tires. So can't wait to show you what we've selected for that. And then don't look too close at what's going on over here on this Hilux.
Right now Andrew is under the Hilux trying to get the steering rack out and get the new steering rack in. So that's pretty nice. We've had to order a new steering rack from Terrain Tamer. This car's been doing some pretty dodgy stuff. So once we get that old steering rack out, we'll have a look at it and see what's been potting on there.
Who's the broken?
It's broken?
No, it's getting to the point of tearing it.
Ah. That's probably what I'm feeling on the road. Today is quite exciting. The guys are coming to deliver our flooring. So we can upgrade this with some rubber flooring. That's going to be oil resistant, impact resistant, non-slip, all of the good stuff. Because this floor has not even handled a week of work. It looks terrible already. So we've just decided, let's do it.
today we'll start installing it and maybe have a pizza, beers and flooring party if that's even a thing. Our floors are in, our customer for the day is left, and it is now time to work on the 40.
This is a HJ47 1983 model. It was bought by actually my previous landlord in Bloemfontein where I had my workshop. They bought it from a company that they had the agents in Bloem in 1983 as a demo model. As it stands here, it's done 100,000 Ks since 1983, and we in about 2010 rebuilt the whole vehicle. They used it for taking the sailboat to Gerrit, the yacht club there. So that was basically what they used the vehicle for. So yeah, it's got 100,000 Ks on the clock, genuine kilos, one owner, and it's a brilliant little truck, and we're gonna go to Botswana with it.
Yeah, I'm nervous about that.
Why?
I know this thing's made to do it, but it's a pristine vehicle. So we're going to make a few upgrades to it, and we're going to do a few little things here and there.
Yeah,
what are some things you want to check?
Service, a check through, and put a train time parabolic suspension in it, and diff breathers, and then we're off, because this does not have any diff locks in it.
Okay, open diff.
Where you want to go, apparently it needs something, but it's got a very nice winch in front.
Okay, and we're going to put some nice mud tires on it, so I'm sure that'll be worth something in the end. Okay, well, let's get to work.
Cool.
There we go. With dramatic applause.
Good old saying, the bigger the problem, the bigger the hammer.
little for Rimple. Well, all it's got to do is do the job, so. Replacing that little sausage in there. Quite a bit more stout. Out she comes. Little sausage. It's literally like a pencil. So we are now a few days away from our trip, and we're going to take a little bit of a pause on the 47 at the moment while Nicky and Andrew are away for the weekend. It's a nice Saturday morning, and I'm going to get on some projects here on the 100 series. I'm actually putting in the BCDC Alpha 50. We saw this go in on Rolfie's 80 series. Very impressive product. I already have a Redarc system in here, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to swap out the old BCDC 40 core, and I'm going to put in the BCDC Alpha 50. So just running through a little bit of the differences on this product. What's very nice about this, so this is the next generation of Redarc BCDC chargers, and it is a seriously impressive unit. You've lost this tail of cables and everything, so it's become a lot more compact, and you can just get in on all your points right here with a lug and a screw. So that's really, really nice. It's really simplified the process. I think I'm going to save quite a bit of space on my little 12-volt board that I've got inside the vehicle. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that board out, and then I'm going to have a look and see where this is going to mount. Luckily, I've got a wooden board, so it's just unscrew the old one, screw in the new one, reconnect all the terminals on here, and the system will be up and running. Now, new features that this brings to the table is the fact that it can charge your starter battery. So when you arrive at camp and you're fully charged for the day and you've got your solar panel up on the roof, or you set your solar panel out and you actually hit 100%, this is then going to kick in and push that extra charge through to your front battery. That is super cool. Very, very cool. Now there's a few different versions of this Alpha 50 as well. We have the Alpha 50B. It would, at the time when we got this, the Alpha 50R wasn't launched yet. The Alpha 50R comes with a Red Vision connectivity, which would then connect up to our Red Vision system here very, very nicely. So that is something to keep in mind. If you're going to go Red Vision, maybe look for the 50R. If you're going to go with just a normal setup, then maybe look for the 50B. So yeah, let's get going. So my Redarc system lives under here. Got my whole sleeping platform and everything in here. So I need to just remove this board quickly. So far, pretty nice setup. Haven't gotten to put it under a lot of pressure just yet. So we'll see on this trip. This vehicle is going to be, you know, one of the support vehicles for the camera equipment and stuff, as well as the Hilux. So I think we'll definitely see a bit of extra pressure on this 12-volt system. And if I do decide to put an inverter in, a little inverter at some point, then that's definitely going to put a bit of strain on the 100 amp hour battery. But for now, it's doing pretty well. The Hilux, we're doing a really nice upgrade, so keep an eye out for that. Now I've got to get this board out and make some changes. There we go. New Alpha is all hooked up. Just got to finish the last few things and I can put all the storage system back in, and then we are upgraded. Okay, I've pulled the vehicle outside. So I've got a 240 watt Redarc solar blanket hooked up. It's a bit overcast, but let's see if everything is working. That's all sorted now. BCDC 50 Alpha is in, and I noticed there in the app you can actually link the front and rear batteries, just like the good old solenoids back in the day, and jump start the car and recover your front battery. So this is an excellent upgrade for those of us with automatic vehicles who can't really get a push start. So that's a really nice feature, having a built-in jump starter now in the vehicle, having the reverse charging as well with your solar and everything. I'll only be able to test that when I've got a good amount of sunlight, but solar is working, everything is hooked up, and it should be perfectly fine. So this vehicle is now pretty much ready. It needs just its roof rack, awning, and a few little bits and bobs up top from Easy On, and the 100 series is ready to rock and roll. But now I'm gonna get started on the Hilux's 12-volt system, and that one you'll have to stay tuned. So with the weather reports being what they've been at the moment for Botswana, I thought maybe it would be pretty clever if we swapped from all-terrains to mud tires for this mission. So I have a very, very special set of X3s actually that General Tire have sent me for this vehicle. I'm very much so looking forward to seeing them on. So I daily drive the vehicle on a set of General Grabber AT3s in a 285/75/17. So yesterday we were here at Best Drive with the 100. Today we're here with the 47. The suspension is all done. We're offloading the rims, and we're going to put some X3s on this beauty. It is going to transform this vehicle so much. It's not too much taller, it's just a little bit wider. It's a perfect size for the car actually. Nice. Gotta love a single cab. That isn't a test for the suspension, I'm not sure what is. Doing what a 40 was made to do. Be a proper bucky. 27-point turn. Still better than a Land Rover. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let's get back to the workshop. We have a special delivery. So we have ourselves a nice little drop-off here from our friends at Motul. We're busy prepping for the trip at the moment. We've got diffs to get sorted out. We've got engine oil, brake fluid, everything a workshop could need.
I brought you guys a workshop starter kit as well, which is like a little signboard, some frames, some counter mats.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So a little,
that's awesome. Nice. That's epic. Yeah, we're waiting. As you can see, we have our blank canvas here. And it's gonna just get filled up.
Nice.
And Nicky, what you busy with here?
Putting a new terrain timer, tire rod and kit for the 40.
Nice.
Just make everything nice and tight for going to Botswana.
Yeah, it's got a bit of play in it, huh? Yeah, it's the full thing. So I mean, this saves us a lot of time right now. I mean, we only have a few days to work on the Hilux steering rack, so this is going to be great to just get it in and get it on. Nice, fresh steering rack going in. Andrew, this is the second time you've gotten your hands on a rack within a year. Huh? What a player. Who knew all you had to do was spend your life in a workshop under cars? So I'm just popping in quickly at Cape Transmissions with the 100 series. I just want to put a transmission cooler on it, an extra transmission cooler. It has been getting a little bit hot recently, and I've seen the ATF fluid temperature light come on a few times since I put on the bigger tires. So I just don't want that we're driving through thick sand and mud and all that stuff, and I'm having to worry about my transmission temps. So I just thought, let's do an upgrade. It is something Cape Transmission offers. So yeah, let's get going. Should be pretty quick, and we can get back to the workshop. Hilux getting worked on, 47 getting worked on, and Andrew's outside working on the 100. Nicky's here, Delicious here. There's a cob going on outside which they have put on for us, which is, I mean, we got new tables today, so that's quite exciting. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my word, is that not the most perfect chicken you've ever seen? This is the ROAM workshop life. Hey Andrew, are you servicing a car in the street?
Yeah, it's fun. Enjoy it. Trying to sort things out here, but
Yep, this is it. Night shift, 7 p.m. Let's go. The interior components are just getting powder coated. The last final tweaks made to them. They should arrive on Thursday. We leave on Saturday or Sunday. So it's going to be quite a tight push. So I need to get going on upgrading the 12 volt system, and something that we have for the Hilux is this baby. The Manager Alpha 50. So we are doing the next gen Redarc upgrade on the Hilux with the Bushtech camper on it. So new aesthetics, just like they've done on the BCDC Alpha 50. But with the Manager, you also get your AC charging. So now this will charge from the grid at 50 amps, and it will charge from solar and alternator also at 50 amps. You have it programmable, so if you have a system where your alternator cannot handle a full 50 amp charge, you can program it to charge via your DC from your alternator at whatever current the max your alternator can handle, and then it'll fill in the rest with solar. So that's pretty cool actually. So yeah, I've got to figure it out and see how I'm going to mount it. This is actually, in a way, quite a bit smaller than the Manager 30 in terms of its width. Its thickness is definitely a bit thicker than the Manager 30. So we're going to just have to see exactly how this is going to mount and where it's going to fit. Very impressive, especially if you're running a camper or a caravan or a camper trailer. Delivery all the way from Bushtech up in Joburg. We had measured and done all of the work for these units for the Hilux camper, and they have arrived powder coated, carpeted boards, all the nice stuff. Now it is moment of truth to see if my measurements were right and everything fits and everything works. So time to open it up. Cool, that's our storage and basically the way you're going to climb up into the tent sorted out. And this is basically a full ammo box, full ammo box, full ammo box. So the batteries are going to mount on here, and yeah, a lot to go on. Now I can sort of finish the wiring and everything as well. So I've got to drill this all in, bolt it down, and then I can get the fridge in, sort out the wiring, and get all of this stuff sorted. We have a few days to go until we leave on our trip. Hilux is coming along well. Red Vision's hooked up, lights are on, fridge is in. I've just got to do one last tie down point. Cupboards are in. I've given all the pouches and stuff to Quinn for storage. He's going to pack everything, and then we're going to be packing this all up, freshening up all the vehicles. There's pizza on the workbenches. Nicky's under the 40 series. The camera guys have arrived. Scott's arrived all the way from America. Ant's here, all the way from the southern suburbs. You have to cross the Boerewors curtain to come and visit us.
It is quite a drive.
It is. Yep, wiring fest going on here in the Hilux. It is a madhouse. Working on a load track system for the back of the 47. So we can hopefully put a rooftop tent on here and secure a few things in the back of the tub. Roof racks going on the 100 series. Nicky's busy talking on some recovery points. Nicky, are you expecting to be using those?
Yeah, to pull out other vehicles.
Ah! Famous last words. Join us on the next episode. See if we actually get ourselves ready in time. I have a feeling it's going to be dang close. Now, on the next episode, you're going to join us for kicking off this big adventure. We're going to be heading into the Kalahari. We're going to be crossing into Botswana, and we're going to be beginning an adventure of a lifetime. And right now, from what I'm hearing up in Joburg and Pretoria, the weather's not great. Our vehicles are all not already. Rolfie's alternator went yesterday. Robbie's still dealing with some stuff on the 60. It's really nail-biting at the moment, and a very stressful environment to be around us at the moment. But we are closing in on it, and looking forward to sharing that amazing adventure with all of you. So, we'll catch you on the next adventure, wherever that might be.